I think it's gonna be better now. I don't know. Still using like all of my stupid CPU. Or is this a new stream entirely? You can hear Donna. Is it much better now? Yeah, it's back down to like using 10% of the CPU instead of 38. And it's back up to 30 frames per second. So, okay. I think it's working. But can you go into the other stream and tell them that it's a new stream because I can still see them in there chatting. Anyways, we're gonna have to change up what we're gonna watch because that was the problem. Is an issue with what I was trying to show. So, we are gonna watch something TPO. I don't think we need the trigger warning. I don't remember. Give me a minute. Ugh. Okay, we'll do this one. So it is not the trolling TPO that I was going to talk about. I will have to deal with that, export it from somewhere else and deal with it. So just give me 1 minute because now I have to change it up a little bit.
Both parties are in.
No.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you heard it. That's Judge Woke. We are going to be listening to Judge Woke, unfortunately. Give me 1 secondo as I sort this out. It'll be slightly choppy while I get it set up, and then we'll give it a minute, and then it will be better. You have to live with me for 1 fucking second while I get it sorted. Okay, now I bet it's going to be a bit better. So let me get it off this up here. And we'll get started, okay? Why's it going to have that? So much CPU. What is using all of the CPU? This bitch computer.
We are back with y'all's case. This is position 13 on the calendar, 23 PO 5110. Ms. Daniels, did you have a chance to speak with the facilitator?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my charger real quick. I'm sorry. Let me put my phone up. I'm still kind of divided with it.
Okay, you don't have to talk through everything. You just need to let me know whether you wish to go forward at this time or not.
I'm gonna dismiss it as of right now with the understanding that if I need to, I could file again.
Okay. Okay. Are you sure that's what you wish to do at this time? That's in your best interest?
I mean, I pray that I'm making the right decision is all I could say
Okay.
right now.
All right. Because we can have a hearing if we need to.
But that'd be still dragging it out. I've been on this call since 9 o'clock this morning. I just want it to be over with. I know me and Mr. Hill's not gonna have a clear understanding. So while he's out of the home, he's more than welcome to come get his furniture. And then I just leave it as that. If he wants to see the kids, he can. If not, it's fine. If I have to do harassment or another TPO for my safety, I will do that.
Okay. Mr. Hill, she's indicating she doesn't want to go forward right now, but might refile in the future. I just want to be sure that you are doing this of your own free will, Miss Daniels.
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Hill, I hope you can understand that she's filed this because she has been concerned about behavior that's been going on. And
It's man, the behavior been on both parts. It's been on both of them.
I don't need to, I'm just letting you know that you are on notice that she has filed this. And she is not, she may refile in the future if she needs to. And I'm saying, I just hope you don't give her reason to need to.
I know.
Okay.
I won't.
And that, all right. So ma'am, you are wanting to dismiss it now?
Yes. If
Okay.
I have to come and refile again, I know how to go about doing it.
Okay. And if there's any issue as to safety or problems, you certainly are able to call the police as needed.
I will.
Okay. So at this point, I will sign the dismissal based on petitioner's motion and request in open court.
I got one question, Judge.
Yes.
How can I get back my keys, gate card, and the parking pass?
That's
So-
not. I will do the TPO if he still have this mentality. We could cancel it, and I'll just stick with the TPO.
Okay.
Because he's not getting it. I don't want to be around him at all.
But I stayed all my stuff there. I stayed there.
Okay. So we're gonna. So if she wants to have the hearing, we're gonna go ahead and have a hearing.
We'll just have the hearing because it's not going to be understanding, and I don't. I'm the police calling and
I just leave it alone.
So
I just leave it alone.
I don't have
Well,
time.
it sounds like she's concerned that you're gonna come back, and she's worried about that. So I can't get involved in the back and forth. I can just have a hearing or not have a hearing. She's talked to the Women's Resource Center. Ma'am, what do you want to do at this time?
The way he's still going about it, I'll just keep the TPO as is and take the kids out of it. I take my children
Okay,
out
well,
of
we'll need to have a,
because it's not gonna go. I'm
so
trying
we'll
to.
need, okay, so we'll need to have a hearing to do that. So at this point, you've both been sworn in. So we can go ahead and get started. What will happen is the petitioner, she gets to go first because she filed the motion. So she carries the burden of proof by preponderance of the evidence. It's very different than the criminal standard. It's a much lower standard. That there have been acts of family violence, stalking or dating, well, y'all would be family violence, and that there's a reasonable likelihood of future acts of family violence. And so based on that, I will go ahead and, ma'am, can you tell me why you filed this order? First, let me ask you this. Please tell me how long you have known, let me get your case pulled back, how long you've known Mr. Hill?
About 10 years now.
All right. And how many children do you have together?
2.
And have y'all ever been married?
No.
And has he gone through the legitimation process and gotten a final order of legitimation for either child?
No.
All right. One moment, I'm pulling up your case.
Hi guys, I am honestly, I probably should have just taken it away so I can't see it because now it's really distracting me about how that's should be, and it's my computer, I'm sure. So like I said, we could do that. So I was going to do before we're doing this one. Wasn't that weird switch that just happened there where she didn't want to do the TPO and then as soon as he asked for the keys back, now she wants to do the TPO again? That's a little odd to me. Anyways, I'm glad that you're all here. Please go ahead and like the video, log in first by hitting that like button. Let me know what you have for dinner. I'm at Chick-fil-A. First time ever. I'm sure it's real choppy when I'm talking, so I'm going to shut off soon. We'll just get the video going well through there. I'm glad to hear that she's amazing to have a positive mental health day. I am very happy about that. That's awesome. Let's keep that up. Let's all have a positive mental health day. I know I'm echoing Really? That I didn't know. Oh, baby.
Here we go. All right. And so how long have y'all been living in the same household?
Recently or on and off for the 10 years?
You can tell me both.
On and off for 10 years. I've been from Georgia to Alabama with both kids. And recently we just moved to, well, I'm here now, but we had moved together here to DeKalb County. And it's not working mentally. It's not.
Okay.
So,
And
man,
so tell me what recently happened, if anything, that prompted you to file for this order of protection.
there was an incident that I should have had turned in of proof that when I leave the home or leave from around Mr. Hill, he becomes, I guess you could say, very controlling, manipulative. He holds the mental part over me as far as like with my bond and charges and having my kids taken from me. That was enough. Then there are posts that I have from his social media that he posted my entire apartment trash, no food in my refrigerator, nail supply.
Okay. What the fuck is that ding? First of all, I don't know what that ding is. Anyways, I have a think is the audio better now on this item? Oh, hold on. Is there a light shakes? There was. I was like, oh, that'd be perfect. I'm gonna go watch that and I'll just shut this down. I don't want to leave y'all with nothing to watch. That would be mean to me. So probably add me to wish for somebody to start right from the leaves. It's not really appropriate. This is frustrating. Anyways, is it better? How better? I hope you're doing well. Toppy out. Do in a pool. You guys take me in which way you got me, right? I appreciate that. Yeah, not very much. It's the computer that's having problems, and I don't know why. I probably should restart it. And I that I in here. Just listen to the word, I guess. I'm so sorry.
My stuff that I have completely trashed. That was the final straw for me of him just disregarding how the kids feel in our household.
So what acts, so those are unpleasant living situations, but tell me what acts of family violence that he has committed against you, if any.
It's really more mental than physical. It's the mental stuff that he says, not just to me, but to my kids that I have recorded as well.
So
That
are any of those things threatening?
I was looking for the video while I was on hold from him recently threatened to kill me and a female friend.
Around when was that?
This was around the time that I initially filed. I want to say that was June 10th or the week leading up to it.
Is that what you alleged in your petition?
For DeKalb County, yes, for the TPO. I can't find that video.
Okay. What were you doing when you got that threat, and how was it communicated to you, and what did it say?
The threat that he had said, I was actually stepping inside of a store called Rainbow here in DeKalb County. And when I picked up my phone, he had threatened to kill me, a female friend of mine, and any male companion that I get caught with.
And
that was the final straw for me.
Did you show that text to anyone?
No, I tried to at the time I tried to show it to the officer that I had met with,
So
and
you called the police?
yes, I did call the police. I haven't yet picked up my police report, but I have a card that was given to me.
Did you show the threat to them?
No, I showed part of the video. The video where he had verbally made that threat was cut short.
So that threat, was that a different threat? The video?
It was the same threat. I kind of tried to. I thought I was voice recording when he was making the threat, and it only recorded like a glimpse of the beginning of it.
Okay, so it was a phone call.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Has he made any threats to you before?
Yes.
Can you tell me about those?
Same thing. Mr. Hill has a thing of, to me, it feels like if I'm not with him, he makes my life a living hell, mentally, emotionally. And it's to the point where he'll say he'll
Guys, give me 1 minute to attempt to fix something so that I may get better. Please hold while I do that. Okay. This is going to be the best we get. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Um,
Do stuff to me and people that come around me, and it's to the point that I'm just not for sure of what he'll do anymore. He's never acted on them in the past, but I'm not for sure, like, moving forward with everything going on and me verbally been telling him, and by texting him that I no longer want to be with him. I don't know what he'll do at this point.
When did you text him that?
We've had text messages leading up before me having the TPO done. So this was recent.
Have you received any communications from him since he was served?
From my understanding, he reached out to our kids. Our daughter has a cell phone that he gave to her, and that was fine with me. I didn't want to make a big issue of it, only because from my understanding, they were texting. Him and our 7-year-old had been having communication. And it was, it's okay with me because it wasn't nothing too bad being said.
She just texted me for the Netflix.
Hold on, sir. You're going to have a chance.
Oh,
You're
I'm
gonna have
sorry.
a
I'm
chance.
sorry. Sorry.
Okay. And has there been any violence? Has he ever been violent with you in the past?
Other than body weight that was placed on me in November for the Fulton County incident, no. It's more mental and verbal abuse than it is physical with him.
So were y'all still living together when you got that call when you were in Rainbow?
Yes, I have the video actually of me leaving out the house and him following me. He follows me if I don't want to be with him or if I just need a break from the kids. He makes false accusations. He says stuff falsely to our kids. He follows me around and stalks me if I was at work. And from my understanding, that's a whole different case as well. But he's called my job recently to try to get me fired and submitted false information as well that I'm up against my union board with as of now.
How do you know it was him who called?
Because when I went to my job meeting, I had a chance to look at the email that was sent. He put a different name, but it's his email. And I have
his email address?
Yes.
What a dumbass. What a dumbass. Hi, KT. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for being here. Melanie has a question. Go ahead and ask your question, Melanie. Guys, I apologize again. I'm not a computer person, so I don't know how to fix this right now. But pro tip, emails are free. If you're gonna email somebody and try to fuck around with them, make you a free email. Actually, I'm not gonna give you any advice on how to do that. Don't be a douche. How about that? Don't be a douche. Back at it again with the white vans, Dana M. Thank you for being here. This is the same as a regular KCC stream, I guess. Did I say it was going to be different? Well, Melanie, I think it would depend on what you change your name to. Quality-wise? Oh, you're right, William. None, because the quality is always shit. But luckily I make up for it with my beauty and wit.
Now, not for sure. From my understanding, that was sent in before he got served the TPO. So I don't think it was a violation of him having at the time.
Okay.
But it's mentally stuff like that that's just, it becomes to me overwhelming, especially when it's been going on 10 years on and off. And we have kids involved now.
And do you feel like you need this order extended to prevent any future acts of family violence?
I think at this point and seeing how he's still going about it, yes. I was trying to just dismiss it and just leave it alone, but I know that he's going to keep trying to push on getting back in this household, and there's nothing here but furniture for him. So yes, I would like to continue it. I was gonna dismiss and
The items that are in the household that he still has there, what are those items?
I'm giving back my nail table. So it's a nail table desk, a living room chair, a couch, a recliner, an end table. Then in the bedroom, there's a 55-inch flat screen television, king size bed, another recliner, and an end table.
Who's on the lease there?
Me and my 2 children.
Who pays rent?
I do. He hasn't, I have not received a payment from him since March. I've been trying to get him out. He's had text messages saying that he was supposed to move out June 5th and has not. And since then has caused more emotional damage in his household.
All right. Okay. All right, sir, do you have you're going to have a chance to testify yourself or just tell the court everything you want me to know about the allegations, but do you have any specific questions you would like me to ask her about what she testified to?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
Okay, what would you like me to ask?
Okay, the first question I want to ask, when did I put weight on her and hit her? Because I ain't never put my hands on her in 10 years to send her to jail. Even though
not time to testify, just a question.
Yeah, that
So,
question
ma'am, hold on. When did he put weight on you and hit you?
During the conversation that we had in November 2022.
Okay. So, sir, that was her answer. What, do you have another question?
That's the only question I had because I sent in evidence on it.
All right. And so it is your turn, sir. And remember, we're talking about acts of family violence by you against her, not by her against you. That would be a separate petition. So tell me, I know some of these facts might overlap, but the focus is whether you have committed any acts of family violence against her, threats, etc. So tell me what you would like me to know and if there's any evidence you would like me to review.
Judge, I ain't never put my hands on her. I ain't never threatened her. She only wants me out because of her friend. All of this started because I went and go to the store, buy a condom to have sex with her. And she started dogging me. She put stuff on Facebook about me first. And that's evidence I didn't put up, I didn't submit. And another thing I see in the report, she said she went to back jail in November because of me. I see that on the report she filed. No, she did not go to jail because of me. She went to jail because of herself. That's why I sent in the evidence. I did not text her. I did not put no weight on her. None of that. She attacked me. That's why I sent in all the evidence because they said turn the evidence in 24 hours before court.
I understand. I'm not going to necessarily rehash a case that is criminally pending from November of 2022. But I do know she was arrested in that case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you aware of what the bond conditions are in that case?
The judge said the bond condition was we could be in the same household. If either one of us get feel like we got to argue, just leave the house for a minute and cool down. That's exactly what the judge said.
Okay. So what about the threat that she says you called her when she went into Rainbow?
I did not threaten her. I did not threaten her. Only thing I did, Diamond left for 4 days with nothing in there. I called her. She cussed me out, hung up, and blocked me. I did not threaten her.
I'm on the phone. Go. I'm trying to get it so you can't talk to you, Daddy. Go that way, please.
All right, yeah, we don't need to have the kids and all.
Go in y'all room.
Yes, Judge. I never threatened her or never put my hands on her in 10 years.
Y'all cannot be on camera. Y'all have to go that way.
She just saying that to get me gone out the house. I don't know why she want to lie like that on the oath.
Okay. All right. Do you have any evidence you would like me to look at?
Yes, ma'am. I sent in a video, and I sent in some more evidence, and I sent in.
What is the video of?
If I could.
That video was. Well, I sent that video of. That's what you say.
Hold on. Yes, ma'am.
The video he's referring to is the video that got me arrested and forced.
Okay, hold on. So we don't need it. This is his chance, and then if you're objecting to it.
Oh, okay, I thought it was. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So the video is from the November 2022 incident.
Yes, it's on that I didn't not put my hands on the weight because it said in the paperwork that was filed that
Yeah.
she went to jail because of paperwork, you know.
She's claiming self-defense. Yes, I see that.
Yeah. So I sent the video. You'll see her attack me, and did not touch her damn time. And I said I was gonna call the police because she tried to grab my phone. Then she put a gun in my head, and that's why she went to jail.
Okay. All right. Let's pull up his evidence.
Judge, I'm searching. One moment, please.
All right. Sir, while she's looking at that, so you did call her when she was at Rainbow? You're just saying you did not threaten her.
You guys were saying where she was because haven't been home in 4 days.
So did you follow? She said she has video of her going out of the house and you following her. Did you
when
follow
we
her
went,
out?
okay,
Ma'am, hold on, ma'am.
when we went out the house together, she see the video. We left out the house at the same time. She went out
So hold on. You just said that you hadn't seen her in 4 days, so you wanted to know where she was.
No, I'm talking about the day she talking about I tried to follow her.
That was the same day as the threat at Rainbow. But I
didn't threaten her. I didn't threaten her the day after that. She left for 4 days.
So, but that day she said you followed her out of the house and then called her.
I didn't call her when she was at Rainbow. She wasn't nothing at no Rainbow. That day she talking about I followed her. I did not threaten her. Only time I called her was later that day because she didn't come. When we left out the apartments, I went across the street to Wendy's. It was the DeKalb County police officer sitting in the Wendy's parking lot. So why would I follow her?
So you're saying you followed her on a different day?
I'd never followed her.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything straight.
I know, man. I'm sorry.
People, when I get contradictory evidence, I have to try my best based on the testimony and the way and the demeanor of the parties, and try to resolve it as best I can without assuming people are lying.
Ma'am. What got me is, ma'am, that she lied to a Superior Court judge, say I hit her and she went to jail for that.
So, sir, I just listening to evidence. I'm not determining whether she was acting in self-defense on that day or not. I'm deciding whether there were recent acts of family violence that will warrant the issuance of this order. So I'm asking you to tell me testimony or evidence that you have that you think I should look at.
Yeah, ain't no testimony. And judge, and since she filed that paperwork, we've been together since she filed that paperwork. Before I got served, we took the kids to the pool like 3 or 4 times and went out to eat. And we ain't had no argument. So I was trying to see where this coming from.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Judge Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hill, when did you send the video in?
I sent it in yesterday morning, before 9 o'clock. And the day before that, before 9 o'clock, you text me back, said put it in PDF form.
And did you get something stating that we received it after the, I see what they said that it was rejected because of the size and the PDF. But we didn't receive anything else.
No, I haven't received nothing back.
Okay, so we haven't received the video.
So did you send it in PDF form when they told you it had to be
Yes,
submitted?
ma'am. Yeah, I sent the videos and the pictures. I sent videos and pictures.
All right. So are any of the videos of anything recent?
No.
All right.
Only thing recent is when I gave her money for rent. She lying when she said she haven't took no rent from me since March. That's a lie.
All right. So you're saying you have not threatened her at all about her and her friend and any men?
And no, I could send that
Hold on, ma'am. Well, you'll have a chance to follow back up. Go ahead, sir.
No, I ain't threatened her. I haven't threatened her at any time. I haven't threatened Diamond.
What about threatening to get her bond revoked?
Now, I have said that when we get to arguing, because she always say, well, I call the police on you to get you out of here. And I say, go ahead, you forgot I got a case. So I call the bondsman. They gonna take my name off your bond since you don't got that, you don't want no dealers with me. I did say that, Judge.
How many times have you said that?
Every time she tell me when you get out, when you getting out and all that, you need to get out.
Why does she want you to leave?
Because she got something else. This been going on for a minute, Judge. Because she can have her friend them come and move in. That's
That's
why.
not true.
Okay. So y'all have been in arguments about that.
Yes.
Yeah. And and make it so bad. We haven't argued. The last day we argued was June. We haven't argued since she filed that stuff. Like I said, we've been out with the kids, took the kids to the pools. I got witnesses on that. Have been out. I've been chill. I haven't said one word to her.
All right. I don't think we have any evidence, Miss Broom. Do we have any evidence from either side, Miss Broom?
No, not for me.
Okay. So, Miss Daniels, do you have any specific questions you would like me to ask Mr. Hill about what he has testified to?
No, I just want him to leave me alone and move on with his life. Take care of the kids as a father should. I don't want no dealings with him.
Let me ask you, because one of the things I have to decide is if someone is in fear. Did y'all, after you filed for this order, did y'all go to the pool several times?
Yes, I was advised by the judge that granted me the TPO to just continue on as nothing was basically being filed, only because I had to let her know that he is on a current bond and he threatens to pull off that bond. He done had the bondsman call me twice during this situation since I filed from him trying to get my bond revoked.
So you've had discussions with the bondsman?
Yes.
What was your understanding of those discussions?
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm asking her a question, sir.
From my understanding, when I spoke to the bondsman, he was very frustrated. He said that Mr. Hill keeps calling to say that he's going to take his name off my bond, and when he does, he has to pay the bondsman a certain amount of money to pull my name off the bond. I had asked the bondsman a couple personal questions as far as, you know, if he does, what happens. And from how it feels to me is I think that's what Mr. Hill uses as like a try to keep me in a relationship with him. And I can't take that anymore.
Okay.
I don't want to be with him.
Sir, so the bonding company, since she's filed this petition, has called her a couple of times, she says, saying that you've contacted them. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Only reason I called the bonding company because when she filed this on June the 1st, she got.
Hi, Miss Donna. Thank you for being here. And in the next room. Everyone say hi to Donna. Also, hi, Mike. Thank you for being here. This is a weird case, you guys. Like, she seems genuinely like she don't want to be with him, and his attitude is a little bit weird to me. What do you? I don't know. The computer's being weird, Mike. You know that. You know the life of this computer.
On the phone with everybody telling them that she went to file paperwork on me, that she want me going to have locked up. So I said, since you filing paperwork on me, why is my name on your paperwork, on your bond? So I should going to take my name off your bond.
Okay. So
which is right.
Retaliatory, right?
Yes, which is right. If you don't want me nowhere around all your life, why is my name on your stuff?
It's manipulation.
Okay.
I felt bad when all this stuff happened. I felt bad, and I felt bad for the kids. That's why I want to pay the bond, Judge.
Okay.
Because I didn't want my kids to go through that.
He's made this threat to my kids. He just recently asked my kids, my oldest daughter, a couple days before the TPO was served, who did she want to go stay with for 6 months while I was in jail. So this is something that he does to me as mental manipulation. This is a mental abuse relationship that he does. This has been going on since I got out of jail in November.
No, Judge. When she got out of jail, she
hold on, stop. We're not going to go back and forth. Let her finish, and then I will give you a chance to respond.
Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Daniels.
If I could have showed that proof, I would have, but I was told and advised that that would be evidence for Fulton County, because I would have showed how the mental abuse have been going on, and this is just not a out of the blue situation.
So, sir, you're acknowledging that you threatened to come off her bond, but you're denying that you've ever threatened her.
Yes, like yes, Judge. I admit I said I come off her bun when she went and filed this paper and got on the phone, but I ain't never threatened her. Like I said, out of 10 years, I ain't never put my hands on her, and she put that on in this paperwork that I put my hands on her. I never have. That's why I said in the video.
And I'm more concerned with the recent threats to shoot her and any person
I
she
ain't no,
is
no,
with.
no.
He's
I didn't say I
also
was gonna
reached
shoot
out
her.
to the,
No, we're not going to talk over each other.
I'm sorry.
No, man,
He's
I ain't
No,
never
I
said.
understand. You're denying all of that, sir.
Yes, I ain't never said I was gonna shoot her. I would never shoot my kids, Mom. I never
Okay.
put my hands on them.
She says she's shown part of that to a police officer.
She lying, Judge.
And I also have text messages
Hold
and a
on.
witness as well from the female that he's has the female friend of mine that he does not like, that he's been threatening her and texting her as well. So it's a manipulation from Mr. Hill that
All right.
he's doing to try to get back inside this household.
Okay, well, this
I
is
just-
not an eviction process, but this is an intervention to prevent future family violence, threats, stalking, harassment, intimidation, future acts of family violence. And so that's what I'm trying to decide here based on the testimony I've received from both sides. Okay, does either party have anything else? Mr. Hill, do you have anything else that you want me to consider and look at?
Yeah, like I said, Judge, I haven't put my hands on. Only thing I do is try to be there and take care of my kids and pay the bills. I don't be trying to argue with nobody. It doesn't be me. If we start arguing, we go tit for tat. It just
So
don't be
you're
me.
saying pay the bills. She indicated you haven't paid rent since April?
And I
That's
can
a
prove
lie.
that.
That's a lie,
That's
Judge.
okay.
I could prove that if we have to have a second court date. I could have everything again this afternoon on bank statements and the bills that's been paid
I
and where
can't.
it come
Okay,
from.
is she the only person on the lease at this time though, sir?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Only reason she only person on the lease cause when she got out of jail, she went to her grandma's house for a couple of weeks. Then her mama called me to let her come back and come back to the apartment because her grandma put her out. And I was in the time in the moving process. We both were licking, and we said whoever gets the approved first in the name, we were gonna go in. I sent all that evidence in too.
Okay, well, that's, we haven't received it. It sounds like. Ms. Broom, can you do one more check?
I've been doing that, Judge, and we haven't
Okay.
received anything, just letting
All right.
him know that.
Okay,
Okay. Okay. The rain is insane. Hold on. You guys have to see this. It's gonna fuck everything up, Paisley. You always fucking shit up. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it. It is just like pounding rain out there, like insane. You can't. It just looks like, oh my God. Jesus Christ. It's like when they're filming like a hurricane thing. Oh, look, the difference between lighting and no lighting. Um, Vicky, are you okay? You lost a tooth last night. Did the tooth fairy come? That actually reminds me of a funny story. When my daughter was younger, obviously, about maybe 6 years old, 7 years old, she lost a tooth and she told me about it, obviously, but then she set a trap for the tooth fairy. So when the tooth fairy went in that night, just in case there's any kids watching, but I don't think there is, when the tooth fairy went in that night to take the tooth, I'll have to find the picture of it because she had literally set a trap that included string, a pair of scissors, a cardboard box, and a glass that she put the tooth underneath so that she would wake up when the tooth fairy came. She was trying to catch the tooth fairy, is what she was trying to do. And oh my God. Holy shit. That is some serious rain. Yeah. Anyway, so I still remember that. I was so like impressed, but also just like, fuck, I'm gonna have to figure this out. So I remember because I had to take a picture and then I left the room and I like analyzed the picture and I was like, okay, uh, let's see how I'm going to attempt this without waking her up. So I had to formulate a plan for the trap before I went in. Again, she was 7. She would not be watching court shows or nothing like that. I say that, Melanie, but you know what? I met little Owen the other day, and well, he was more mature than I thought. That kid smacked my ass. He surprised me so bad when he did that. My face was just okay.
So this is a separate process from the criminal that's going on in Fulton. The question before me today is by preponderance of the evidence, which is just more. Yes, sir.
I got another question, Judge.
Yes, sir.
And another thing, since we're stayed in DeKalb County, the police was never called out to our house. The only time the police was called out is the day these papers got served. I had just walked in the house. Me and my son was in the room looking at TV talking. And next thing you know, I just see the police pull up and they made me come outside to serve me these papers. So that's another thing. The police have never been called out there for no domestics.
Okay. Well, it sounds like there was one back in November. Regardless, there was something violent that happened
Yes, that
between
was
y'all
in
that she was arrested. Hold on, that she was arrested for, and it sounds like she called the police regarding the most recent threat she's alleging that you made. And there's her police report number.
That police report number have to be when they came out to serve.
Well, I'm not going to get into all of that. Were you there when she called the police?
Yeah, when they served me the papers.
No. When she says she received an alleged threat in Rainbow.
I was at home.
Okay, so you can't testify whether she called the police or not.
Yeah, no police ever pulled up to the house now in time.
Okay, I hear you that. I understand that. All right.
She just want me out the house.
It's a mental abuse. Like I told Judge Scott, ma'am, that last Friday before this, I'm mentally drained. I don't understand why he even wants to be in a household and we're not together.
Well, I understand that. And this is not sometimes mental abuse may or may not fall under acts of family violence that I can issue an order for. And I have to weigh the testimony and the credibility of the witnesses and the testimony that's before me by preponderance of the evidence and make a finding. I understand the respondent was arrested for the petitioner was arrested for felony family violence in November and is on a bond, but it is a no violent contact, it sounds like, bond provision. And it sounds like there have been some issues since that incident of violence between the parties. Based on the demeanor of the testimony,
Top call, Judge?
And Ms. Broom, you have not found any evidence. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
So I just have to weigh the testimony of the parties at this time.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I know I sent them in. I sent them about 10 times. I don't know why they didn't come through.
Okay. Well, I don't have it before me here today. Just give me one moment.
This hurt me to death to go through this.
Well, I can see from both parties that this is very stressful. She was on the verge of dismissing it and she was almost in tears, which indicates the emotions that are going on as well. And I have to take all of that into account. And I also have, the violence, and I need to just give me a minute.
Okay, Judge, while you're taking a minute to figure that out, hi, Mikey, how are you doing? It's raining where I am in Florida. Is it raining where you are? How are you enjoying your time?
Okay.
Oh, Judge, come on. I think it's interesting that she's having a hard time with this case. She is so pro, women, it seems, but I really think that it has something to do with the fact that she has a felony family violence case against her right now pending that she's on bond for. If we've learned one thing, judges tend to defer to other judges. They do respect that because they want people to defer to them. Mikey, humble brag that you have teeth. We've had somebody have a dental emergency in the chat. That's why we're talking about teeth. Did you answer? Is it raining where you are? Because it's pouring rain here. Anyways, it rains every day in Florida, but not for long. Is that true? And see, why would that bother me, even though I live in a rainforest? But it does. What are you guys feeling about this case? Would you put it in place, or would you deny the petitioner's request for the TPO, I don't know what I was gonna say. She's got this weird look right now. Her hands are bent funny. How'd she do that? How's she making that happen? Seriously, what the fuck is that? Hi, Manny Young. How you doing? I don't know what that means. But thanks for writing it. I think I've seen this before. I think they're gonna put it in place. And I get some manipulation vibes from him for sure. Melanie, you humble brag beside Mikey. Can somebody put in Bebe, exclamation mark Bebe in the chat? You think she's going to grant it because she's using the bun as an intimidation tactic? But I don't think the judge, did you guys catch what she said when the kids came in the room? And she said, I'm trying to make it so you can't talk to your dad. And then told them to leave. Oh, boom, being the bond. I understand. The boom. I see what you're saying. But did you guys catch that? Because I think that's actually a very important part of this. Flashback to, oh my God, very odd case that we watched one time where the kid was in the room and it was very odd. I remember it. It was very, very odd. I don't know if I'll ever be able to find it again. It's not the fucking case with most of these cases that I've seen before. But, and, William, I don't think that you're exactly right. That's not exactly the typical female. A lot of females want daddies in their lives for their children and for themselves.
All right. Based on the demeanor of the parties, their testimony, and the corroboration of some facts that there has been some back and forth about coming off bond and threats of that nature, I am going to find that there have been acts of family violence committed in the past by the respondent. That doesn't mean she hasn't committed one in the past against you, but I'm finding that there has been acts committed, and that without this order being issued, there's a reasonable likelihood of future acts of family violence. So I'm going to issue this order. It will be in place from today through June 21st, 2024, and will expire on that date naturally. The petitioner will continue to have the sole and exclusive possession of the residence. I won't address rent or anything like that because the parties are not married, and she has indicated that the utilities and rent are in her name. The respondent, so she has asked for me to just make it petitioner. So I will remove the petitioner's children from this. But you still must abide by the, and is that still your request, ma'am?
Yes, because right now my son hears Mr. Hill's voice and is trying to talk to him. He's not, I don't think he gets the concept of what's going on.
But you still cannot come to the residence or the workplace of or school of the petitioner. All right. I am granting her request to not include the children in this stay away order. But you cannot contact her to see the children. You're going to have to figure out a different way to do that. The respondent is ordered not to have any contact directly or indirectly with her. And when accompanied by law enforcement, you will be given a chance to get your remaining belongings. Now, they're not movers, so you're going to have to arrange for people to help you move your stuff out. Yes, Ms. Daniels?
Okay, there it is. I'm muted. The only thing that concerns me about the no contact with him when it comes to the kids is I really don't have a third party I could trust to keep that going as of right now. So this is a
Okay, well, I can't address that otherwise.
okay.
There's either an order, there's not, because
Look at her fucking nails. How long are they? Like compared to mine I feel like these are too long now because you can see them over the tops of my hands. But look at the length of her nails. How would you even do somebody else's nails if your nails are that long? That's insane. With a third party. T-Rex, you got to get a third party. If they can't get a third party, there's a place in Georgia called Nia's Place, N-I-A, and they do custody exchanges, third party activities for parents that are going through difficulties. So there are ways that you can make that happen. If there's a protection order in place for one of the parents. And it is important to maintain relationships between kids and their parents as much as possible, especially if they have he has a son. That's really important. But I think that, no, there's an allowance for third party organization of transfer of children for the most part, T-Rex. So they think about that.
I can't give him legal rights to the children if he doesn't have legal rights. And if I take them out of the order, I can't say he can have contact with you to contact the children.
Okay, now is it okay that he still contacts the children through the cell phone that was given to our 7-year-old?
Through their cell phone, yes.
Okay.
So I'll put petitioner requested.
And can this be dropped with requests of myself in the future if I see that it's a change?
Yeah, let me get there. Hold on. And are those the only 2 minor children you have, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So that will be, they won't be, the law enforcement will not be movers, but they will be present for when you arrange with them, and that phone number is on the order. On or before July 22nd, 2023, respondent will arrange with the sheriff's office at the number to retrieve his remaining personal belongings. The parties will not sell, trade, damage, or otherwise dispose of any of the petitioner's property or joint property or pets of the parties. And not interfere with anyone's mail. There will be a family violence intervention program that the first compliance date will be July 14th at 9 a.m. That will be virtual, and the compliance officer will give you information on how to get started on that course. the petitioner is not, so sir, you're not allowed to own a firearm while this order is in place under federal law. And I added that the petitioner requested that respondent be allowed to have contact with the petitioner's minor children through the children's cell phone and have them not be protected parties under this order. Okay?
Yes.
So this order will be in effect from today through the expiration date, unless you always are free to move to dismiss it if you feel that that's in your best interests. Also, I'm going to add that any subsequent order in any legitimation case regarding custody or visitation shall supersede anything in this order to the contrary. All right, even though we're not addressing the kids, I just want to make sure it's clear that you can go through the legitimation process if you want to. All right.
I got a question, Judge.
Yes, sir.
So that means I ain't gonna be able to see my kids no more
That's not what I said.
because of this.
That you just can't go to her to see the kids.
The only time I can talk to them through a cell phone.
No, I said you can contact them through the cell phone, and then they might be able to arrange visitation that way. Okay.
I can ask one more question.
Yes,
How can
sir.
I just? I'm just done with it. How can I just come by, just making it for the kids won't have my last name no more. Diamond just go
That's
by
the
her business.
legitimation process. Sir, that's the legitimation process.
I just want to change.
So here's the thing. You can go through the legitimation process, and the family, the center, the Family Justice Center, and I don't know if Fulton or DeKalb applies, but they have instructions. You can also go online and look up legal aid if finances are an issue. But all of those places have instructions on how to commence a legitimation action, to go through that process. That is the long-term solution to your concerns at this point. This is just temporary because of alleged acts of family violence. The long-term solution is a legitimation action, and that's something you can pursue at any time if you wish.
Yeah, I just don't want them to have my name no more. I'm done. I'm
Okay, if that's true, that's your prerogative. Okay. Right now, you don't have. That's your prerogative.
What? Did he just say that? Hold on. He did not. Did he say that? Okay, he's a bitch. He's a bitch. That's a bitch move. What the fuck?
This is just temporary because of alleged acts of family violence. The long-term solution is a legitimation action, and that's something you can pursue at any time if you wish.
Yeah, I just don't want them to have my name no more. I'm done.
Okay, if that's true, that's your prerogative. Okay. Right now, you don't have. That's your prerogative. Just as it's hers, if she wants to keep this in place or not. But at this point, this is going to be the court's order. I'm going to place you in the. You'll be in the breakout room to meet with the compliance officer. And ma'am, you are free to log off. You should get a copy of the order via email. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all. I know this is very hard for the parties, and I wish you luck in the future.
Thank you.
Hey.
I am shooketh. I am shooketh. That is insane. That's also, is he actually able to enforce that? That's the great question, right? Like, is he gonna make them go and change the children's name? I don't think that happens. I don't think that's how it works. Yeah, William, you're right. I think he thinks if he disowns the kids, he doesn't have to pay child support. You do, son. Even if the children are adopted out by, well, I think there's some, regardless, you got to pay child support. You ain't getting out of it. He's being a baby. He's being a sore loser. And actually that is probably a great sign of the manipulation tactics that he would go through. Why on earth would you punish your children? Why would you do that? By taking away their last name or making that a big thing. That's childish and immature. and the type of thing that, depending on how old a child it is going to stick with them for a long time. So I would think that's a horrible thing to do to a child. Anyways, you guys, I apologize that we weren't able to get the original stream going that I had planned, but I am going to do that for tomorrow. I've got it. I'm going to work on it tonight, get that going. I have a few little computer things to take care of. We've already done, already did 2 streams earlier today from the pool, and I am thankful that you guys all showed up. Please make sure that you've gone ahead and hit that like button. It's so helpful for the channel as we grow. Also, remember that I love you. I'm proud of you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. That does remind me, though, Larry Beaver asked to change his last name, but that request was denied.